and I'm saying if you have money to afford all those things, cool. But most people, this is true, they don't have money. So,
It's
it's
funny. Well, I
yeah,
mean,
what's
it's
up?
funny because like the people I know that are worth the most, they don't even like they have nothing to prove. I think that's the thing is
Exactly.
the people that are they're
Yes,
multimillionaires, they have all this figured out. They already won that game, so they have nothing to
exactly.
prove to others because if it came down to it, they could just compare wallets and one person's wallet would be insanely big compared to the others, or they compare
Yeah.
bank accounts and it's like, look, if you want to play this game, let's go to the bank and we'll just
Oof.
see what's there. But if
Yeah,
you know what I mean, but if you don't
exactly.
have it,
Yes.
then what are you doing? You want to show others, hold on, I do have it, so this is the car. And
Right.
look, I live in LA where it's, I mean, we
Oh,
see it all. There's people that
oh,
are like literally,
I
I
bet.
mean, I see Lamborghinis, Rolls Royce, Bentleys every single day. It's nothing. It's not
Yeah.
a big deal. And I know
Yeah.
Dallas is pretty wealthy too. You have some like
Oh,
good
yeah.
wealth there.
Yes.
But then you
Yeah.
also have here in LA, there's also people that like the average house is $800,000. It's like,
Yeah.
the average house is
It's
800K.
true.
So it's like, you know what I mean? You sell your
Yeah.
house here and you could be a millionaire just from that, for a
Wow.
lot of people. And so
Wow.
I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things where there's always going to be people that are showing off because they don't have something, and then other people that don't show off because they know they have it all.
Right. Exactly. I want to say a tip right now. Tell me if you agree or disagree, right? But like you said, when I know people who are a millionaire actually, right? And you know what they're wearing? Shirts and jeans, right? And they just look comfortable in the face. They don't look like they have to prove anything to anybody, right? And that's really what the wealthy and successful people are. And then there's a other side where you see like Lamborghini and fancy jewelry, everything. Sometimes they're rich, but there's the other part that absolutely not for. So for sports card world, when people start flexing everything, this, maybe there's an underlying problem within that. Like they can't really afford all of that, right? So I don't
I
know.
think, yeah, I think it goes with everything. There are people that can afford it, that have it. There are people that can't afford it that have it for now. And then
Right,
the same thing with the other way, where it's like someone just has very low key investments that are very safe, that are very secure, and it's not very fun, but they can
right,
afford it. And there's people that can't afford it that have those low key investments too. I would say that if you have
right,
less flashy things of investments of whatever sort, there's a higher chance that you can afford it because you're over the mental hurdle of it not being cool
right.
versus having the sexy things where, yeah, you can afford it, some people, but some people can't and want it just for the status. Um,
Exactly.
I,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it. And there was something else I was thinking of, but I completely
Okay.
lost that thought.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't remember?
it'll come back right after the call, I'm sure.
Right after we finish the call, you're gonna be, hey, Brand, I just thought of something. Oh,
And it's going to be the best part.
it's gonna be the best thing ever. Yeah. Well, hey, if you remember that, me, I would love to hear that, right?
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. What did I want to talk about? See, I lost my thought too. Um, okay, I'm gonna switch the direction a little bit. For content creator, for YouTube content creator. So you're talking about all these low key investment and everything, right? So honestly, I prefer to keep some of my investments low key. You know what I mean? I don't really want to flex. So I have a problem. I don't want to flex a lot, but at the same time, I want to educate people and at least just give reasons why I bought the card. But I don't know what direction to go with it. I don't know if you're facing a similar thing. I don't know. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's funny because I have a video coming out probably tomorrow
Oh,
about
okay,
Gary
yeah,
Vee, and because Gary Vee's been a popular topic from other content creators, and
right.
obviously he's been putting out his content, and he had his hour-long special Tea with Gary Vee on sports cards, and he even mentioned in there that he was finding it difficult to find that balance
Oh,
of
him, yeah.
telling people what he's doing
Yeah.
versus people accusing him of pumping and dumping or whatnot. And then I watched Jeff's video, Sports Card Investor, and he said the same thing. Like, people accuse him of it. And,
Yes, that's true.
and you know, for me, it's funny because I sent out an email to the people subscribed on my list on my website saying, hey, there's a lot of accusations about this. And as content creators gain more popularity, our influence is going to be stronger. And I literally just put, I don't know the answer, but I want to find the balance of sharing what I'm doing, documenting my journey, giving you the reasoning why I'm doing what I'm doing, whether it's right or wrong, because I don't know what's going to pan out, right? Right now, everything's panning out because just people are bidding up everything, but I don't know what makes sense and what doesn't. And I don't know what's a decent investment that I'm doing that I could be making an amazing investment, but I chose not to. So there's always that, but it'll never be the intent of, so that you go out there and buy my cards at a higher price or buy up the rest of these cards so that they go up. Because just like Jeff and Gary Vee, I feel like I have way too much to lose versus gain. Like, when you build a brand and it's literally, I want to create a community of people that want to join me on this journey and become smarter investors and be safe with their own personal finances and be better with that.
Right.
To make a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s off of cards, but to lose all of this rapport and this reputation and everything, that's way worse.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's one of those things where I think for me going forward, when I show the cards I'm buying and what I'm selling, I'm just going to put up a couple more disclaimers. Hey, please don't go out there and buy these cards because I did. Also, note that sellers may watch this and jack up the prices in response. Please do not fall. Like, please keep this in mind. I feel like that's the best option for now. I don't know if that's the best option overall, but it's one of those things where I want both. I want to be transparent, but I also don't want to have the market change because of what I'm putting out. And as your audience grows, I'm sure you're going to be battling that same dilemma.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. Like, that's a weird problem to have, right? And honestly, okay, Gary Vee, I don't think he's manipulating the market. He's just putting out what he wants to. So, and this is overall, this is life, right? Trying to find a true balance of everything is going to be the most difficult thing ever to do. So, I feel like we'll always have this battle, unfortunately.
Yeah, and in my video, I think I'll release it tomorrow. And this is Sunday that we're recording.
Okay, so it should be out.
It should be out by now. Yeah.
Okay, everybody go watch that video that's out. Okay, sorry.
Well, and it's basically Gary Vee has built his empire from the foundation of being very open and honest and transparent. And that's taking the good and the bad. That's him cussing. That's him calling people out. That's him doing all this. But I feel like, and unless he's the biggest con artist in the world, which I don't believe he is, I feel like I know who he is at his core. Like, and everyone I've talked to says, yeah, I've met him in person, really nice guy, exactly what you think. And I think that's where his trust is so strong, because you know that he will be 100% honest regardless of what it is he's saying. It's honest and it's from a good place. And that's why he's developed so much goodwill in me from his content, his books, everything for years, that I would never assume that he's pumping and dumping. And when he has a net worth of over $150 million, to pump and dump or to do something like that and make a couple extra $1 million, but to lose hundreds of millions because his brand is destroyed and all the opportunities go with it. That like, you don't get to that level of an entrepreneur or an investor with that silly short-term thinking, because that is literally, you don't get to that level. You know, if you're a good investor, you're thinking long-term. And everything he's saying is, I'm going to buy the Jets in 25, 30 years. Or whatever it is.
That's very long-term.
So to think, I'm going to make quick extra couple $1 million by pumping up these cards, and risk getting caught and getting everything else going with it down the drain is beyond stupid. So I feel like the people that feel that way about Gary don't actually listen to him, don't actually like subscribe to him and listen to him to know who he is. Because if you do absorb his content for long enough, it's hard not to feel like you know who he is and feel good about the intent of what he's putting out.